우와, 잘 뛴다. 잘한다.
너 진짜 가벼워.
난 저렇게 타면 못 돌아.
난 그냥 못해.
그럼 지금 지민님이 하시고 있는 테크닉이 사실 무용을 전공한 애들도 못하는 테크닉인데 아직 몸에 가지고 계신가, 코어를?
아니,
저렇게 뛸 수 있어?
Nope.
나도 못해.
전공자가 보기에도 쉽지 않아요.
네, 테크닉이 진짜 전공 애들이 하는 테크닉인데 그것도 저희가 많이 연습을 해야 저 정도 나오거든요. 기본도 없으면 아예 시도도 못 하는데.
Eso es arte absoluto. Todo lo que estoy viendo acá es impresionante. Jimin, este es otro nivel de pop. Yeah, ahí tienes ese swagger de Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire y Michael Jackson, todos esos grandes bailarines y coreógrafos. Me hubiera deseado mucho ver la reacción de Michael Jackson ante un Jimin bailando. Yo no soy experto en coreografías, pero Jimin es el que tiene esa vibra de Michael Jackson en el escenario. Increíble, ¿no? No he hablado todavía lo alto que es esta canción. Fa menor, está tocando notas como un C5, una nota altísima, pero en la voz de él no se siente como que ese es un lugar natural. Si fuera otro cantante haciendo esto no se sentiría tan natural, pero en la voz de Jimin, ese registro pero tan agudo es realmente natural. Estamos hablando de notas muy altas aquí, estamos hablando de notas que cantantes femeninas de pop utilizan todo el tiempo para cantar. Eso es lo que él está haciendo aquí, mientras que está bailando y haciendo todos estos malabares. Se está tocando un E-flat 5 ahí, se escucha tan natural en la voz de él. Es un E-flat 5, es bien alto mientras que está bailando. Se mira tan elegante, se mira tan masculino, se mira tan classy, pero al mismo tiempo tan sexy, tan masculino. Tantas cosas que puedes decir Jimin. Y siempre existe ese elemento de dualidad, porque tú escuchas la voz aguda que es casi tan femenina. Esa voz que podría ser confundida con la voz de una chica. Pero al mismo tiempo sus movimientos y su presencia es tan masculina y la manera que está bailando es impresionante. Solo verlo a él bailar como solista y cantando es otro arte totalmente diferente. Yo sé que los otros miembros de la banda lo hacen también, pero nadie lo va a hacer como Jimin, en mi opinión. Esta es una muy buena canción de pop. Tiene todos los... Esto debería ser un hit global. Yo no sé cuándo salió esta canción, pero esto debería ser un hit global. Esto tiene todo el peso de ser un hit global de pop. ¡Qué buena canción! Todo lo que él está haciendo aquí como cantante es increíble. El registro, ya lo dije viendo la primera vez, es realmente alto. Está en la tonalidad de fa menor, está tocando un do 5, está tocando un E flat 5. Son notas muy altas mientras que está bailando. Es que es como que es otro mundo, es otro estándar de excelencia.
Do you see that smile? Stop it. Gosh. He's charming me so much. Alright, there's a point for that. Stop it. What? Did you see that move? So, well, charm as well as everything in stage presence is rooted in the body language. It's either that eye contact, it's either that move. Those moves are insane. I'm digging this. I like the fact that they're facing every direction, so they're interacting with everyone.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
It's like an extreme Picardy third.
Hello? Hello?
Fat major chord. P-H-A-T.
The major is a lie. It's a lie.
Just a cake?
Because it doesn't feel genuine when they move into it.
Right, exactly.
That's more text painting. Because it's all in minor, and the only time it goes to major is when he says caught in a lie. Like he's lying about the key signature. That was amazing.
That was incredible. That's like by far like one of the sickest K-pop songs I've ever seen.
Hands down. That was awesome.
I was just about to say the color changes in his voice that went along with what was underneath that were very nice. Like how the last chorus, he just changed. I think he probably was in his head voice. It was a very nice color change.
Okay.
I don't even know where to begin.
Okay.
Because his vocals are beautiful, first of all.
And you're just like, budge. I'm not even gay, but I would totally bear children for that man. You know, and I can't even bear children. Like, that's how I feel about this song. I was like, wow, I just wanted to take me right now. Sorry, that's getting really out. Whoa. But it was just like so good.
2 hours later.
You're just trying to contain your insides because sound is just like spilling out of this computer and just getting all over the floor and making a big mess, but it's fine. Because like we're just flopping in the puddle on the ground because it's so good.
Like
and
fish.
like fish.
3 hours later.
And like the song itself, the meaning is like, wow, like what a cry for help. Like it's crazy. And it's like really deep.
Yeah.
And it's just like really grabs your attention.
10 out
It's,
of
like,
10.
The intensity, like everything, you know, it's just like
That was really good.
50 Shades of BTS.
His voice is so high.
Yeah, I really like the androgynous style that's going on.
His voice is so high.
I love
Sounds like a woman. It's so good.
It sounds better than a woman.
He does.
If there's any CGI in these videos, I can't tell.
Like that's how falsetto should sound. Like light and but still with tone.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh god, it's so high. Listen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is that someone's voice? Oh my god, that's gorgeous. And you're the one with the angel voice. Holy crap. Woo! Ah, yes, you're my favorite. Whichever one did that is my favorite. Tell me who it was, please somebody. Tell me who it was, please somebody.
내 안에 갇혀서 난 죽어 있어. Don't wanna be lonely, just wanna be your way to get
Oh my goodness. Okay, I got a ton of comments saying that if I wanted to hear more of Jimin's vocals, I should watch this performance because I'll be blown away. He is such a good singer. Ah, man, if I could sing like anybody in the world, it would probably be him. He has one of the most favorite voices I've ever heard. He's so good. Ah, wow, they're amazing.
Oh! 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 And it goes to 4/4 and that vocal run. Oh, please do it again. And this note. That's a minor note. So it was in major. And it goes to minor for that. Oh my. Okay, that might be one of my favorite vocal parts ever. Oh my. Oh, I got goosebumps on that. Oh. Nah. Oh, I can't do it. That was. Dude. Oh, this song is. This is a lesson in songwriting. Oh.
Jimin has that just icing on the cake voice. Super high, sweet. His high notes are so easy. He's one of those people that has naturally easy high notes. And he is like, again, like the icing on the cake. You just have this Jimin on top.
An incredible voice Jimin has. I mean, from his technique to his phrasing, his stylization, how he adds that cry.
Who's all the way on the right? Is what I want to know. What his name is. Because, yeah, Jimin. I thought it was Jimin. Dude, Jimin's voice is every time I hear them as a group and I hear Jimin's voice, it always sticks out as just that shimmery, shiny, high tenor, like really unique, breath rhythm, head voice dominant, like very virtuosic upper range.
I mean, nobody's got a voice like Jimin, man. Jimin's nice, light, full, but light vocals. His voice just lives in this range. It's like, he's one of those people that's probably like Bruno Mars, where wakes up first thing in the morning and he can hit a high C, no problem. That's just, there are people like that because their voice just kind of exists in that upper range. And I love how Jimin's voice is so unique. It's just like, it pops straight to the front of the mix every single time. Like, you know it's Jimin when he's singing. I think you can tell who my bias is, but I'm a big Jimin fan. And Jimin, as always, sounds incredible. Woo! Jimin's vibrato. Listen to that again. Oh, that vibrato. Love it. Jimin's vibrato is sounding incredible right now. Did you hear that? I love that. Dynamite! I love that vibrato he gets on the end, on the last note. Amazing. And now Jimin's harmonies. These harmonies are hard, man. They're doing a really good job. And Jimin went for that high note. So you notice how Jin ducked out before the high note. You see how, right? He leaves Jungkook to do that on his own. You see how Jimin still went for that high note. It's impressive. I love the way Jimin sang that. I hear that again. Two parts. Jimin jumping in there. Can we also take a minute to appreciate Jimin's suit? That is an awesome suit. I think out of everybody, what they're wearing, that is the finest looking suit in the bunch. Come on. Jimin's too good, man. Ugh. It's so soft, so ethereal. He has such an angelic voice. I love his tone. Love the tone he gets. It's incredible.
Hi, my name is Sam Johnson and I am a voice teacher. Is that Jimin? I know this much and I'm a really dumb person, but I'm pretty sure that I love him. When he's going up to those notes, I don't hear as much of the breathy sound, so that's kind of the biggest differentiator of are we in head voice or are we in falsetto. To me, that sounds more, if I had to describe it, more like a head voice than the falsetto. But you can also, and using a head voice like that, usually it's going to be easier to get louder. It's going to be easier to connect back down to your chest voice without there being a glitchy sound. I think it sounds awesome. Like he's such a good singer, and it's a lot of skill to be able to get that clear of a sound while staying as quiet as he is, because he's not getting super loud. And that's one of the big things actually that kind of matters in vocal classification, in saying you're this kind of tenor, you're this kind of bass, you're this kind of baritone, whatever, is how quiet you can sing on those upper parts. For me, if I'm singing up there, it's gonna be louder. I've just got a big voice. This is the kind of singing I've always wished that I could do, and it's actually taken me a long time to come to terms with, that's just not my voice. I'm really good at some other stuff. I can't do that as well as he's doing it. And so it's much better for me mentally to recognize, that's just not worth my time to stress out about and think that I'm less than because I can't do exactly how some singer that I like is doing it. And it's something I still come to terms with. I'm still getting used to who I am as a singer. It's something that I have to work with all of my students at some point, of just what box they think they should fit in might not be the box that they naturally fit in, and that's okay. Anyway, he's great. Hey! I love that. He went up to that B flat, or the B. It sounded like it was a totally connected, full voice sound. Cool. So that time, like most of the time that I've heard him sing, he's been going into that really full belty place up at the top of his voice. That time he did make it a very obvious flip. He backed off on the volume. That's the first sign of like, oh, it's the same notes, but it's like a totally different volume thing. And that's going to make it sound flippy. He added in a little bit of extra breathiness. But when he came back down, it still came into that more modal full voice place where it lost some of that breathy quality. And just by hearing the sound, you can kind of hear, oh, that he's going to feel it a little bit lower because it doesn't have this tonal quality of if you were pulling falsetto or head voice down really low. Da, 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 da. See how it kind of goes into this kind of sound? What he did is not that. It became a much more clear sound at the bottom. And I think that's really good singing. I think it's super healthy singing. It's repeatable. Everything I've heard from him is great. I stand this guy now. I don't know your name. I will learn it, and I will probably forget it, but I stan you.
So watch me bring the fire and set the night alight.
Yeah, he's great.
Shining through the city with
His voice is just gorgeous. It's so smooth, and it's got this beautiful airy quality to it. That section of his voice is awesome. Like, it's got this higher tonal quality. It almost sounds like a girl at times. It's cool though. It's so sick. Like, it's very, very, very addicting. It's whoever's doing that super high harmony, like way up there. But his is more forward than mine, as he's using chest voice too. Again, his voice gets me every time. It's just so cool where it sits because of his tone. It's gorgeous.
When you love someone, but it goes to waste, could it be
And I say this every time, but his vocal is the one that for me just it differentiates everything. Like, it just kind of, you know, I don't want to say because like everybody in this group is just absolutely incredible. Like, all of their vocals are different in their own little ways. You know what I mean? It's just whenever you do switch to something that just has such a different quality, like it sticks out, especially to me. Like, I'm always listening for singers that have something just a little bit different that kind of gives me that feeling, and he has something that pulls me out of where I am and just kind of, I don't even know what else to say. Yeah, it's fantastic. I like his voice. I like his voice a lot. It sits really, really well. And notice how everything he's doing is kind of a call and response. But yeah, man, his voice is, yeah, wow. His voice is insane.
ね、もうバレエを習ってる人にダンスを踊らせてみたという、ダンスを習ってる人にバレエを踊らせてみたというね、これね、両方とも踊りに違和感があったっていう、これね、バレエはこう正の動き、ヒップホップとかのこのダンスっていうのは動の動き、そもそもね、こう踊りのジャンルが違うので相入れないものであるんですよ。ただこのジミンさんね、この正のこの美しさ、この動の躍動感、これ両方出しちゃってるっていうのは、これね、あんまり本当にね、稀、ジミンさん稀。で、しかもね、この最後のこのね、グっていう表情、これね、表情はやっぱりアイドルにしかできない。って言った時に、あれこの人そういえばこれアイドルだった。あれ忘れてた。でも本当にこのダンス、表現者としてこう見ていたので、いえ、これダンスじゃなくから、これ現代舞踊って言って、これは舞です。これは舞ですからね。静かに正座をしてご覧いただきそう。これをね、アイドルがやってしまっているっていうこの事実、半端ない。だからさっきも言ったんですけども、なんか火の打ちどころがないというか、なんかこうアクロバティックな動きもできるし、こう正の動き、動の動き、アイドルとしてもできるし、もうこう全部押さえちゃってるから、何これはい、ということでちょっと最後ね、やっぱりね、こうバレエを習ってる人、そのコンテンポラリーとかモダンとか習ってる人って、結構ね、そのダンスっていう分類においては、結構短所にね、なったりするんですよ。例えばそのね、姿勢が良すぎてちょっと違和感があったりだとか、リズムのね、取り方っていうのが下よりかはちょっと上に取ってしまうとかね、そういった感じで、他にももろもろね、いろいろ短所になってしまう理由はあるんですけれども、前回ね、このダイナマイト拝見させていただいたんですけども、そこでね、全く見えなかった。かつ、今でもこうモダンとかコンテンポラリーとかも踊れちゃうっていうところにおいては、二刀流っていうことになってくるんですけれども、これね、努力とかもあるんですけれども、器用にできる、このやっぱりね、この才能っていうところは大きいと思います。これね、なかなかこう、両方できるという人はね、本当に、才能限られてくると思いますよ、人数的にも。あとね、個人的な話をすると、ジミンさんこの世界的なアイドルっていうところでね、こういう方が、このね、こう表現っていうこの踊りをすることによって、こうなんか一般の人のこう目に触れられる、みんながこう、何この踊りみたいな、こういうの綺麗、こういうなんか男性のこういうなんか踊りもあるんだみたいなのを、こう世間的に、こう広めているっていうのはすごいなっていうところで、個人的には思います。これからもちょっと注目していきたいアーティストの方でありますねっていう。
So pretty, it's like ultralight beam.
So dramatic. I love this. Literally.
Whoa.
Okay. Props. Jimin is just such a good dancer.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, I was not expecting this. Whoa.
So good.
Really fluid. Look at that spot.
I'm like just in a trance right now. I love that he can do this with a scarf, whatever this is. I'm about it.
Woo!
See,
he did a cheap gainer.
Oh, a what?
A cheap gainer.
Cheap gainer.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh. Whoa! I did not know there was gonna be fire! This is for the fans, just the moment.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, him breathing. Was that it?
I've watched a lot of K-pop dancers. They showcase dancing, but it almost always looks like they're wearing someone else's choreo. And it's like, I didn't get that through this. Like, it really did feel like this was himself through it. So that was really special. So I said, it's like, it's these fast slows, but then they're super like drifty still. And he's able to like fully add weight to his movements. I think that is something that comes with training in contemporary dance though, is that your understanding of storytelling and making something look heavy, making your body have a lot of tension and release. It's like one of the early skills you learn in contemporary to make yourself just a better storyteller. He makes this, like there's like taffy here, and you can see him like he does that thing where he like uses his body to pull, and then he like adds that extra weight and tension.
See, he knows how to sell his dancing.
Every time he's like looking at a move, he's looking like to the side. It just seems like there is like this is such a cheesy thing that dancers say, but it's so real. It looks like there's so much intention. Like, I want you to look here. I'm gonna do something. Oh, I'm gonna look after, and it just makes it feel like he's like the puppet master. He can control where you're looking. They can control the audience's eyes with their own eyes. This is one of my favorite phrases. It can be easily distilled down to like, oh, he's a really dynamic dancer. But I think a lot of people don't know like
What dynamic?
What the heck is dynamics? What I would describe it as is it's contrast. And so I have this little Dr. Seuss-like phrase. He shows his fasts and slows and highs and lows.
Whoa.
Right? There's no middle. It's like a stick. So then if you cut out that middle ground, all of a sudden you get much more dynamic, interesting movement. And it doesn't look like you're just moving, it looks like you're dancing now, you know? So he shows his fast and slows, highs and lows really, really well, and that's why he looks so agile in his dance. He actually has the ability to dance to this more complex, experimental music, and also to music that has more consistent beats, which is why it almost looks like everything's natural. I'm very impressed with how original he looks as a dancer. The hard work shows, and I don't even watch their videos of them working on things. So that is crazy impressive. I am now officially a fan of Jimin.
Whoa! 표정? Once again, that signature sound is becoming like a Jimin signature sound. It's kind of like a Michael Jackson kind of thing. So good. It's so good. Also, he's like dancing so much and singing live all like that. That's kind of insane. Ooh, like this is really high. So that's E flat. So it's definitely out of that belting zone. Jimin is so good with the mix that it doesn't even sound like head voicey at all. That's a really, really tricky thing to do. Bringing down the head voice, that's really not easy. He's doing so many things here right now. He's still like so stable with his tone. That's just incredible. I think he's making his own kind of a unique style. He's making like this tone that is just unable to mimic the different tone that Jimin does, and I love it. I love that he goes back and forth and I'm sure he's like doing it intentionally too. This is like 3 minutes. There's not a 1 second that you lose your focus. That's what a lot of singers try to do, and Jimin, if someone who didn't know BTS and just comes up and see this performance, I feel like they would think he's a solo artist. Jimin's got that happening already. And I am confident to say that if he goes on solo, he's gonna just blow up even more. I feel, honestly, such a great performance.
지민은 정말 좀 달라. 지민은 그 넷 중에서도 조금 더 약간 좀 색다른 느낌이 있는 것 같아서 그러니까 같은 가성을 살짝 조여서 내는 거잖아 이게 지금 음이 높다 보니까 그런데 이제 약간 좀 이렇게 힘든 느낌이 날 수도 있는데 지민은 좀 뭔가 좀 더 특별해. 더 이쁘게 들려. 저런 소리를 내므로써
뭔가 질감이 좀 달랐어. 그치?
맞아. 그 되게 좀 특별했던 것 같아.
Wow. So straight off the bat, that was such an unusual voice. Very, very high-placed larynx, almost kind of like a baby sounding voice. But it gives this kind of really smooth, kind of slick energy. Na 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 na. Very nice. The acoustics in that elevator place as well were banging. Very good. So see, like as he was moving up his register there, rather than belt it, which I assume he could do, he went into kind of a falsetto-y place so that it's not as intense. You'll find that if you're singing in a room, a very small room like that little green room, you're not going to want to like belt that loud because you'll end up hurting the ears of everyone around you. So that was just a nice little modification there of his.
The very next day, you gave it away. This is to save me from tears.
독종이야, 독종.
I gave it to someone special.
사실 지민이 말고는
This guy with orange hair. I apologize because I know no one's names. Maybe Jimin because he said that. I love his voice. It is so smooth, such a crystal clear, beautiful tone. Yeah, I'm into his voice.
Ok, olha que legal, são exatamente as mesmas notas, né? Só que agora é o outro cantor que tá fazendo. Eu gostaria muito de saber o nome deles enquanto eu tô falando, mas desculpe, eu não sei ainda, né? Mas dá pra perceber como esse aqui tem a voz um pouco mais leve que o do anterior? Ele tem a voz um pouco mais leve e ele metaliza um pouco mais, né? Que são características, não quer dizer que é mais bonito ou mais feio, mas é a característica da voz dele, olha só. Ele tem mais agudo, eu acho, hein? Se eu fosse apostar, eu diria que sim. Olha. Olha como ele canta agudo, esse menino. Quem é ele? Ó, você viu a quebrada, gente, que deu? Que legal. Não é quebrada, né? Ele fez essa passagem de propósito. Parecido aqui com o Yodel, né? Ele fez essa quebrada de registro. E ele tem a voz super leve. Eu não sei, eu quero ouvir a voz de todos, mas eu gostei muito da voz dele. Vamos lá. E ele relaxa tudo, relaxa a mandíbula, né? Você viu como ele não tensiona? Ninguém fazendo. Ó, sem dúvida. Sem dúvida esse é o mais agudo. Por enquanto, né? A gente tem, acho que o que canta mais grave, até agora que eu consegui perceber, pode ser que eu esteja errada, que é esse da esquerda para a direita, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, é o quinto, né? E esse penúltimo da esquerda para a direita, por enquanto ele é que ganhou meu coração com a voz. Ele é meu preferido aí. Vamos ver, vamos pra... Nossa! Cara, ele canta muito esse menino aí. Queria ver ele cantando sozinho.
제가 지금 이야기하는 게 다른 멤버를 좋아하시는 팬분들이라면 약간 불편하실 수도 있겠지만은 제 개인적인 생각이에요. 제가 생각할 때 이번 메브 오브 더 소울 7이 만약에 게임이라고 가정을 한다면 슈퍼 하드 캐리라는 건 지민의 목소리라고 생각을 합니다. 이번 앨범 속에 필터라는 노래와 프렌드라는 노래의 지민의 목소리는 시작부터 듣는 사람을 완벽하게 집중하게 시켜주는 힘이 실려 있습니다.
유난히도 반짝였던 서울 처음 보는 또 다른 세상 널 따보는 그 표정 지루한 발끝
예전에 제가 여러분들한테 잠시 말씀을 드렸던 적이 있었는데 음악을 듣는 사람들은 앞부분 10초에서 15초 정도를 듣고 그 노래를 계속 들을지 말지를 결정해버립니다. 그렇기 때문에 음악의 도입부는 대중들로 하여금 이 음악을 소비를 할지 말지를 결정하게 해주는 키포인트라는 말이죠. 특히나 방탄소년단의 온 같은 퍼포먼스 파워가 비중이 큰 그런 음악이 아닌 실제로 리스너들을 감동시켜야 되고 감탄하게 해야 하는 감상용 음악이라고 할 수 있는 지민의 필터 같은 음악은 그런 것들이 훨씬 더 심합니다. 그 역할을 지민의 목소리는 거의 완벽하게 해줍니다. 비단 아미들 뿐만이 아니라 일반적인 대중이 들었을 때도 주목을 딱 하게 하는 힘이 지민의 목소리는 들어있다 이 말이죠. 이번 방탄소년단 앨범의 최대 보석은 지민이라고 제가 몇 번이라고 말씀을 드렸죠. 물론 제 개인적인 의견이긴 하지만 그렇게 바라본 이유 중에 또 하나는요, 솔로 유닛으로 활동을 했을 때 가장 잘 먹힐 스타일이 지민이라는 생각이 들어서이기도 합니다. 혹은 유명 아티스트의 음악에 피처링을 했을 때도 굉장한 작품이 나올 수 있는 그런 아티스트가 또 지민이라는 생각이 들었기 때문입니다. 자, 이렇게 한번 생각을 해보자고요. 예전에도 제가 말씀드린 적이 있는 세계적으로 가장 유명한 프로듀서 중 한 명인 베니 블랑코, 그 베니 블랑코가 만든 음악 저스틴 비버의 Love Yourself를 지민이 불렀다고 한번 머릿속으로 상상을 한번 해보자고요. 굉장히 잘 어울릴 것 같죠, 왠지. 그리고 또 역시 저스틴 비버가 불렀었던 DJ 스네이크의 Let Me Love You, 이 노래도 한번 지민이 불렀다고 떠올려 봅시다. 굉장히 잘 어울릴 것 같죠. 마지막으로 에드 시런의 음악 뷰티풀 피플을 칼리드가 아닌 지민이 피처링했다고 한번 생각을 해봅시다. 이것도 굉장히 잘 어울릴 것 같죠. 언급한 음악들의 가수들보다 지민이 더 뛰어나다 이 얘기를 하는 게 아니에요. 누구나 각자의 장점이 있고 프로듀서들은 그 장점을 갖고 있는 아티스트를 물색해서 노래를 시킵니다. 더 뛰어나다라고 얘기를 하는 게 절대 아니라 저런 풍의 세계적인 음악에도 잘 녹아 들어갈 수 있는 그런 보컬, 그게 바로 지민의 목소리라는 생각이 강하게 들기 때문에 여러분들한테 가정하에 말씀을 드리는 거예요. 그래서 솔로 유닛 활동을 할 때나 다른 아티스트의 음악에 노래를 함께 불렀을 때 가장 상품성이 있는 멤버가 지민이다. 이번 앨범에 지민의 목소리를 듣고 저는 그런 생각을 강하게 했다 이 말이죠. 그리고 과거에 지민이 노래를 부르는 소리와 지금 지민이 노래를 부르는 소리가 차이가 있습니다. 이거는 엄청난 노력으로 인해서 발전을 거듭하고 있다는 뜻이고, 그리고 그 진화는 앞으로도 계속될 거라는 말이죠. 이렇게 유명해지고 그런 이제 유니크한 보이스를 갖고 있는 만큼 세계 시장에서 러브콜을 받을 가능성이 굉장히 많다. 저는 이렇게도 생각을 하고 있습니다. 충분히 가능성이 있는 얘기예요.
Halftime. Yo, Jimin's getting even better with his vocals, man. He's getting even better with them. There's always been like that balance between singing from your diaphragm, you know what I mean, what you're supposed to do. But when you sing in a high range, it's really hard not to make them sound nasally, you know what I mean? Like I sing on some of my songs, but it's mostly, I don't know how to sing from my diaphragm. I'm not a singer. You know, I'm more of a rapper than a singer, but I sing on songs. But anyways, I don't know. He's just really gets a lot of air out with those high notes. Yes, he has an advantage because he sings high to begin with, but these are sounding like way more full. These vocals sound like they are not nasally sounding, and it's really pleasant to listen to.
이 영상을 보면서 이제 이 음원과 영상을 보면서 느꼈던 거는 저음에서의 지민 군의 목소리도 알미가 탄탄하게 있구나. 지민 군은 하이 쪽의 소리만 잘 내는 게 아니라 위아래적으로 보컬 레인지가 음역대가 넓게 형성돼 있구나. 이걸 한번 느꼈고 라이브 영상을 보면서 느꼈던 거는 예전에 BTS 음원 활동할 때도 마찬가지로 느꼈던 거지만 춤선이 되게 멋있다. 그런 걸 좀 느꼈던 것 같아요. 그리고 아까도 얘기했다시피 생각보다 노래를 라이브에서 생각보다 노래를 많이 부르고 있어서 놀랬고 솔로몬도 많이 냈으면 좋겠네요.
When you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse?
Okay, I'm sorry I don't know the names. But the young man who just sung, man, what a beautiful, gentle vocal performance he gave there. It was slightly angelic, and he's just so gently bringing his vocal folds together, but he's not falling apart to complete breathiness. I really love the sound that he's getting here.
Oh, this flow is nasty, Jimin. Oh! Hey! Jimin has such a nice, beautiful voice. I love the pitch of his voice.
Ini bagus-bagus aja dua-duanya, kenapa jelek ya? Nih ya. Aman kok. Bagian ini bagus. Gila ya, patah-patahnya itu loh. Bagus banget.
Oh, okay. Okay, ready?
그냥 너에게 돌아와 네가 날 불러 너의 따분한 그 표정 지루한 발끝 A place to get me now 핸드폰은 내려놔 고개 돌릴 생각도 마 Let me know your type 날 골랐으면 돼 yeah. 너의 눈에 나의 손을 보게 이 자기가 비밀을 잠이 새로운 세상에 네가만 원하던 바 이제 go I'm falling to something 섞어 Make your filter 어떤 나를 원해 내게 말해 너의 달콤한 미소는 내게 말해 속삭이듯 내 귓가에 말해 Don't be like a prey Smooth like a snake 벗어나고 싶은데 내게서 떠나줘 내게서 떠나줘 뭐라도 나라도 날 구해줘 계속돼 도망쳐봐도 거짓 속에 빠져있어 가리날라 달콤한 미소는 내게 말해 속삭이듯 내 귓가에 말해 Don't be like a prey Smooth like a snake 벗어나고 싶은데 내게서 떠나줘 내게서 떠나줘 뭐라도 나라도 날 구해줘 도망쳐봐도 거짓 속에 빠져있어 가리날라 숨겨놨던 날 찾아줘 이 거짓 속에 헤어날 수 없어 내 웃음을 돌려놔줘 가리날라 이쪽에서 날 꺼내줘 내게 말해 너의 달콤한 미소는 내게 말해 속삭이듯 내 귓가에 말해 Don't be like a prey Smooth like a snake 벗어나고 싶은데 내게서 떠나줘 내게서 떠나줘 뭐라도 나라도 날 구해줘 계속돼 도망쳐봐도 거짓 속에 빠져있어 가리날라 이 모든 건 우연이 아니야 그냥 나의 느낌으로 온 세상이 어제와는 달라 그냥 너의 기쁨으로 네가 날 불렀을 때 나는 너의 꽃으로 기다렸던 것처럼 우리 시리도록 펴 어쩌면 우주의 섭리 그냥 그랬던 거야 You know I know 너는 나는 너 설레는 만큼 많이 두려워 운명이 우릴 자꾸 질투했어 너만큼 나도 많이 무서워 When you see me, when you touch me 우주가 우릴 위해 움직였어 조금의 어긋남조차 없었어 너와 내 행복은 예정됐던 걸 Cause you love me and I love you 넌 내 푸른 곰팡이 날 구원해준 나의 천사 나의 세상 난 네 상색 고향이 널 만나러 온 Love me now Touch me now Just let me love you Just let me love 우주가 처음 생겨났을 때부터 모든 건 정해진 거였어 Just let me love you 너의 따분한 그 표정 지루한 발끝 Please look at me now 핸드폰은 내려놔 고개 돌릴 생각도 마 Let me know your type 날 골랐으면 되게 너의 눈에 나의 손으로 보게 이 자기가 비밀을 널 데려갈게 온전히 새로운 세상에 네가만 너는 떠봐 이제 go 팔레트 속색을 섞어 Pick your filter 어떤 날을 원해 너의 세상을 변화시켜 I'm your filter 네 맘에 씹어줘 Okay 어때 조금 느낌이 와 아직 모자라 Yes Girl you have your chance I can be your genie How about Aladdin 뭐든 대줄게 날 골랐으면 되게 네 감정에 날 감싸 안을 거야 미라서 내가 너를 위해 매일 새로운 거야 늘 똑같은 건 재미없잖아 팔레트 속색을 섞어 Pick your filter 어떤 날을 원해 너의 세상을 변화시켜 I'm your filter 네 맘에 씹어줘 불현듯 따위로 변한 날 봐 볼수록 귀여워 미치도록 취향도 기준도 뛰어넘어 넌 오직 나만이 원하게 돼 Yeah 날 만든 사람 바로 너니까